Hey guys, if you're trying to find an easy video on how to design your t-shirts, please follow along, and I'm going to be using the Silhouette Cameo, so stay tuned. Hey guys, so here you're going to come to your desktop and you are going to click on your Silhouette Studio icon. And I didn't do the setup or anything of Silhouette Cameo because I've already set mine up. There's plenty of videos on how to set up your Silhouette Cameo, so you can go and watch that. But I just wanted to do a simple tutorial on how to start a t-shirt design. Okay, so we're here at the main screen, and I apologize, I don't have one of those screen sharers, but this is the beginning of where you're going to start. Says right at the top there, Silhouette Studio Untitled. So you haven't named it yet or anything. You're from scratch at the beginning. Click the A button up there, which is your script, and it'll bring your script here, the different variations of fonts that you can choose from. It's going to be right over here to the right, and that's after you click on this A button, the font button or script button. Okay, so you're going to go to this button here. There's another font or script button over there on the side. You're going to double click, and then you're going to click right here. And if you can see that cursor, okay, you're going to start typing. Say like if you want to, I'm doing a shirt for someone's 50th church anniversary. So what I'm going to do is just do a basic design right now. You can fluff it up later, but I'm going to start with the church. I'm just typing in from my keyboard. Okay, so some people hit return, the enter key, and they may, so I'm doing the title of a church, and I'm going to have 2 more words to go up under here. But I want to be able to not have all the words connected. I want to be able to place them where I want to go. So like if I just hit return, and I put the rest of, let's see, Baptist Church. Okay. All of this is connected. When I go to move it, it's all connected. I want to be able to move the second line and space it, size it, or what have you separately from right here. I could tap right here, and I could, you know, move it over like that, but that kind of looks good. But I kind of just want to, you know, separate it so I can move it in, you know, any way and anywhere that I want to. So sometimes, well, most of the time, I have my lines, my different lines, like this line and this line. I'll separate them. Some people leave it, you know, all together, but most of the time I like to separate it. So what I mean by separating is I can either leave it like this and try to separate it out, or I can just say like if I had never put that in. Okay, say like if I just put that, I can go over here and start a new line. Double click, and then I can put, I apologize, my tripod cannot, unless I prop it up, it can't get up to my screen. Okay, so now this line is separate from this line. Okay, so now that I have these two words separated, and I won't go through the whole setup of this shirt. I may. Let's see how it's going. When you want to highlight, so like I want to highlight this whole line. Actually, I'm going to highlight the whole phrase or the whole title of the church. So what you do is you put your cursor here, like right above the letter, right to the corner, because you want it to go here and you want it to go here. So what you're going to do is you're going to click right here and you're going to drag the box and you drag it until the whole title is outlined. Okay, then you're going to go right up to the top of the page. You're going to click this little bucket right here, and that's the fill line. That's the inside of the letters. Okay, I'm going to make mine's black. Okay, so the inside is now black, but as you can see, it's still red around the edges. We're going to go back up here to that, and that's the line color. You're going to click the black, and now everything is black. So I did that because that's just how I want my screen to look. It's not going to make a bearing on the color that I choose for the shirt, because the shirt is purple and the writing is going to be gold and maybe a little bit of white, but I just put it black so that, you know, it's just going to be black on the screen so that you can see what you're doing. The actual foil, the actual vinyl is going to be gold. So this color really doesn't make a difference, but I just like to see it in black. Okay. So I'm going to kind of line it up exactly where I want it. You make sure that it's equal on each side. You line it up. Some people measure, you know, I don't. I just kind of eye things. So there we go. I think I like it right there. And we're going to go up to the font button. And that brings up all these different kinds of font, and you can choose which font you want your letters to be. But we have to highlight it again. So you're going to take your cursor here, you're going to drag like so. Go over to the font button and you can change. Right now it's an Arial. I can change this to, we're going to try this just for a second. This is not how I'm going to leave it, but this is what it changed it to. This is Bananas Personal Use. That's what it's called, Bananas. I don't think I like that font for this shirt, this kind of shirt. This is the 50th anniversary. I kind of want something, let's see, let's try Birds of Paradise. There we go, I like that for a church. So that looks nice to me, so I think I'm going to keep it like that. So it's already highlighted. So what I want to do now is left click, and I'm going to go down to group, and that's going to group the whole thing together. So now when I move it, it all moves together. I group both of the lines and all the letters together. Now to size this, because it's going on a t-shirt, and this is basically your space for your font and images and everything. That's about how big of an area you have for the front of your t-shirt. You are going to go to this top right square here and pull. You're going to click and pull, and that's going to resize it. I want this to be fairly big, so I'm going to keep on dragging, I'm going to to drag a little bit more. And what you do is, you know how you place your cursor, when you place it right on there, it's going to change and it'll let you drag. So when it changes to that little double arrow, then you can click on it and drag it. Okay, so now I'm going to do some more on the design. So you go back over here and you click the A, you come back over here to where you want to place it. And remember, you can always place it, you know, drag it and place it anywhere you want to. But I'm just going to keep it on Arial right now. It always resets itself when you do a new line or something. Once you click this button again, you're going to have to, you know, redo the font. So right now it's right back at Arial, which is fine since I'm doing the numbers. Of course, I don't want it in Birds of Paradise. So, and it might be. I have to go back and check what those numbers look like in Birds of Paradise. But I like to do it in Arial to start off with. Okay, I did the 50th anniversary right here. Say like if I want to make it separate now that I've already done it together, but I see that I want to separate it or, you know, put them on different lines. I put my cursor right there after the 50th and I hit the return button. Okay, I can always, whenever I make a mistake or do something I don't want to do, I can always hit this go back button or undo button right there at the top. Okay, I'm going to click that and it's going to put it right back. I had to click it twice, but it went right back. So what I want to do, I do want to separate this out, I think. So I'm just going to hit return. I'm going to scoot this over. I put my cursor right there and I'm going to scoot it. Okay, and you can just scoot it over. So there's several different ways you can do things. You just play around with it. Okay, I am going to left click just like I did before. And let me go back. Highlight the whole thing. Left mouse click. And then you're going to hit group. I think I had already clicked it, but okay, now it's grouped together. And I apologize, my arm is getting tired. But so you're going to do that. And then you just click right here because I'm going to change the font. And just like before, I've already highlighted this. And I'm going to go up to the, you can do either one of them first. I'm going to do the line first. Click black and that outlines it in black. And now I'm going to go to the fill button here. Click the black and it puts it in black. Ugh, my arm is hurting, so I'm gonna keep it like this. Alright, it's still highlighted, so what I'm gonna do is go to the font button. I'm just gonna click Times New Roman and see it changed it. I want this font different than this font so that it gives character to the shirt. I don't want everything the same. And I'm going to make this bigger. I'm just going to drag it up a little bit. Alright, and anytime you want to say, okay, it's highlighted now. But to get it off of highlight, I go outside of the square and just click. That's all you have to do. Okay, and I think I want that a little bit. You can go to any corner and drag it bigger. I'm going to go here. I just want it a little bit bigger, I think. And then go ahead and center it. And how you center it, you can use this arrow at the top for an example. That's the middle line. And you just kind of play around with it and see where it looks centered to you. And I put it right in between the 50th. And you can also measure from this side, and that's a whole block. It's actually 4 blocks that make up one big block, or one big square. That's another one right there. So there's 2 whole blocks on that side. There's 2.5 blocks on this side. So you know you have to scoot it over a little bit more. So basically you want this side and this side to be even. This side and this side should have the same amount of blocks on both sides, okay? And it kind of looks like that 50 is not centered for some reason. Let's see. I scooted it over. Okay, there we go. That's better. So there we go. And I'm going to put one more saying down there. I'm not going to put that on tape, but I'll be back. Okay, this is the design for the front of my shirt. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to group this together so I won't have to, you know, I don't want to move it piece by piece so I won't have to resize the whole image and everything. So I'm going to, I just clicked it and dragged the whole box so it's now highlighted. I left clicked and I hit, I'm going to group it. And now I'm going to move the whole image off to the side because I'm going to do the back. I'm going to create the back of the shirt. This is in Times New Roman. I changed the font to Times New Roman. You can widen something out if you want, like that. But I don't think I want, that's a little bit too wide. So I want to undo that and it goes right back to the way it was. I'd rather keep everything in proportion and widen it out with the square there. Alright guys, so here it is. This will be the back of the shirt. Nothing else was needed on there as far as the founder and pastor. So what I did was I put a cross on there just to kind of fill up the back and just add a nice touch. Since it is a Christian shirt, I went ahead and put a cross on it. And I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so what you want to do is go to the home page of Google, and right up here at the top right, you see Gmail and images. You're going to click on images. You're going to come down here, and what I typed in was crosses. And a lot of crosses came up, and I found the one that I wanted. I scrolled, oh, I think I scrolled down anyway. It was this one. This one right here. And what I did was click on it, and I drug it. I'm gonna put it right there. You click, you release it and let it go right where it said drop image here. And this is it here. So what you're going to do is you're going to slide this page down a little bit right up here on this bar right here. You're going to minimize a little bit. I just drug mine down. But you take this and you drag. We're going to drag it out here. See what it does. Okay. It will tell you to replace the image. So you're going to drag it onto your desktop. And it will ask you, I've already had images up here, so it's going to ask, it asks me, do I want to copy and replace some other images? So I click on copy and replace. If you don't have any images in, I'm not positive what it's going to say. Just going to be honest, but I'm sure it'll direct you on what to do. But I click copy and replace. Okay, so since I already have my image, I'm just going to close it out. But this is what I would click on. And that way it goes right there after I click on copy and replace. And it'll go right to the desktop. Okay, so click out of there, and I'm going to make that, go ahead and just put it back to the size that it was, and I'm going to hit Alt Tab and go back to here because I kept the screen up, of course. Okay. And you can either leave it this size, or you can just go ahead and stretch it back all the way out and cover the whole page. And so that is that. And on the next video, the next little series about the silhouette and printing a t-shirt and everything is going to be about how to actually, you know, print out the image itself. Thanks for watching.